Right, it was hot today across the area. In fact, we need some rain, and it's just dusty. This is the number of days since there's been like a quarter-inch of rain at any one given time. And you've had multiple days of 0.10 of an inch, but this is where you had actual rain that mounted to more than just enough to settle a little bit of dust. And you see Osage County starting to hurt, and also into Chautauqua County. So these areas just north and west of Tulsa, it's just not good. And then you get along the I-35 corridor, which I was driving yesterday. Everything's burnt. And then really the areas around most of eastern Oklahoma, we're burning up again. Just even though we had some good rains briefly, it's going away. And then there's a pocket down here in southeastern Cherokee County and around Stillwell and Adair County. 32 days since a decent heavy rain, and you follow similar story. So again, we're still where we were. And the amounts of rain over the last 30 days, although there's been some good rains, I mean, an inch just doesn't cover it. Sorry. That's just not nearly enough for anything. And so 2 inches is like not good. We need 3.5 or 4 would be perfect. And just a few areas picked up 3 inches. There was a pocket around Tulsa, then one up around the Pryor area. But otherwise, I mean, when you get less than an inch in the last 30 days, and it's been hot and dry, hasn't been a whole lot of fun. And of course, allergy season is upon us. So trees are starting to get a little bit more ugly, but of course ragweed's what's really causing most of the problem. And right now, looking at a pretty dry riverbed at this point from Gathering Place, and you can see some of that construction going on around that flue. 97 degrees, no heat index. Humidity levels are pretty low, so it's not too bad. Briefly, we had heat indexes above 100. This afternoon, temperatures have been in the 90s to near 100. We're still at 99 over in Sapulpa, 98 at Glenpool at 6 o'clock. You're like, what in the world is going on? Is this, what month is this? And you're just like, wow. And so by tomorrow morning, we're still very warm, generally in the 70s here in eastern Oklahoma. Western Oklahoma, not much better. As we go through the day, you see the red arrow. So we're going to have a south wind, 15, 20 miles per hour. Some gusts could be up around 25. And we should be around the century mark from McAllister on up to Coffeyville. And so we'll deal with it because it won't be much longer. And then a cool front will start to show up. And that shows up on Wednesday, not here, out to the west of us. So you see it developing. But we'll have another very hot day, upper 90s near 100. A few of these fair weather cumulus clouds could hold us at 99, but it's still too doggone hot. Well, here comes the front. We'll get a few clouds in. Notice the temperatures from 70s to 80s, and then you get 90s as you get to the front to near 100. Southeast Oklahoma for Thursday, so quite a temperature gradient across the region, but there's no real rain, so that's the biggest problem right now. Any isolated showers are happening with a front that'll be coming through early Sunday, late Saturday night into Sunday morning, and another front comes in late Wednesday into Thursday, but I mean, it's still dry. And there's nothing really showing up as we start to move into October. So this will be one of the driest Septembers on record if it keeps going, and one of the warmest. Even though we're going to get a couple of nice cool downs, it's still not looking too great for just kind of cooling off and being wet. In fact, our extended forecast, we've got a couple fronts coming through that'll get us near normal. So those are good, but that's about it. There isn't a whole lot else. We'll just wait. Our turn will be coming. 86 degrees this evening. We're talking about a warm night. Winds again are light. So they're not moving too far, too fast as far as the air. By morning, we're about 76. It's already hot at noontime for your lunch hour. 95 between noon and 1. That's not much of a fun lunch hour unless you're in an air conditioner. And then finally, a decent front kicks in, and that'll help out on Thursday for the first official day of fall. And then Friday night football, not too bad. It still warms up really quickly for Friday and Saturday before the next front comes in. But as I mentioned, at 6 o'clock or at 5 o'clock, the rain chances are just nothing for the next 14 days. That look significant.